Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today we are doing the Plan With Me video, week 8. We are, we're finishing up February as fast as we can to get to March. So let's do this. Yesterday was the 23rd, and what did I do? I did two portraits. It's going to be a lot of writing that over and over for the week of March. And then I did a sketchbook tour. That was for my official February sketchbook, which was great. Two portraits. For Saturday, I did one portrait. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take. And yeah, we had some repairs to the house being done, so it's good. There are 44 one-sided pages in the sketchbook I'm doing. It's Midori MD notebook, A5. It's blank page, but I'm doing portraits. So figure with the end papers and the front and the back cover will be 48. And when we look at March, there's 31 days. So to fit 48 into 31, I'm gonna have to double up quite a few days. Okay, and then I was finishing up the February. So I did a purple martin for the last page. Going back in time travel. Okay, and then I did a kingfisher. Another bird. And I did a orange butterfly. I don't do nearly enough butterflies. And then Monday, I did morning glories. I did the purple ones, but the blue ones are nice as well. Okay, so that was my week and everything I drew and recorded. Let's move on to my other planner. We might have to zoom in on this guy a bit. Okay, so all right, I am here for it. I just need to make sure that I'm not writing super hard here, because this paper's a little bit thinner. Okay. So I did five portrait drawings. And then I wanted to make sort of a note here, no more green. Which looks weird in green pen. So I'm doing these portraits, and I did one in green because I'm using the darkest value soft pastels that I own from my Richson set. And the darkest value ones, there are some greens. Here, I'll just open this up and loosely explain this really quick. And then I'll probably have to explain it again during my sketchbook tour. So these are really light in value. They're really pale. These are the darker ones. The darker ones offer a wider shade range when it comes to value. So you can really see the shadows and the highlights much better. This is what I mean when I say value, like really pale. You want the darker colors. You get such a wider, rich range of value for stuff. I did the green one, and the green one looks, the green portrait looks almost like, I want to say witchy, and that's not, we have sort of a connotation with green skin, and that is Wicked Witch, and it's Wizard of Oz, and it's Wicked, and it's all those things, and I don't ever want to despair or insult or anything with anything female. We uplift as we rise. So I'm not going to be doing any more green for my portraits just because it has such a negative connotation to wicked witches and bad witches and that sort of thing. And that's not what I'm going for. I'm just doing portraits in different colors. So no more green. Yeah. That was a long, explanation. Okay, and then I did two birds, orange butterfly. But I'll have to explain that again when I go to do my sketchbook tour, and then morning glories. Because some people are Wiccan, and I don't want to just anything to somebody's religion. Like, I just respect everybody's religion or lack thereof, so I have to be careful with that. And I wasn't. I drew a green portrait and I thought it'd be fine, and it doesn't look fine. Okay, so I did my week 7 video. And then I did my watercolor sketchbook tour. All right, I am going to zoom in. Let's do that. All right, we are zoomed in, and I am toggling the directionality of these portraits. So this one's gonna be on the right. And I think what I wanna do is I want to do a side portrait. I'm not doing any side portraits for the month of March, so in order to not burn out doing my planner drawings plus my sketchbook drawings, we're just gonna have to keep spicing it up and keeping it interesting. So I'm gonna do something from the side here. I am using the Copic multi-liner in lavender. This is the 0.5. I will link all the products I've used for this video in the description box below, so you never have to guess or wonder. I didn't used to be very good in doing that, and then I was watching somebody's art channel and I was like, what are they using? What are they talking about? And I looked in their description box and they didn't have anything, and I was like, oh, that's frustrating. I'm gonna have to get better at that, because the whole point is for all this to be inspired, to be motivated, and you know, if you're using some of the same tools and supplies that other folks are using, then you know, that's good to know. All the different ways you can use them and explore them. This is a very pale color. I apologize for that, but I really want to cycle through all my pens and pencils, and I never use my multi-liners. I just don't use a lot of Copic products, and I have about a dozen Copic chows, and I need to get rid of those. I need to sell them because they're all in practically brand new condition, and I just don't like alcohol markers. You know, I bought them. I think they're lovely. The art people create with them is lovely and beautiful and bright and vibrant, and just, it's really like rich colors. They're not light fast. But again, if you're doing like print reproduction with that stuff, it's fine. I just can't get past the smell. The smell's a lot. And when it's winter, I don't open up my windows because then it's freezing cold. And if it's freezing cold, I can't hardly draw because my hands get so cold. So I have to really protect my hands. My hands are 45 years old, like the rest of me. So I just don't like breathing it. And I'm not good with them. So I definitely didn't use them enough to get better. And I am stippling a lot of this. It's gonna be a pale portrait, but that's okay. Not all of them can be dark colors. Pastels are fun too. I don't really own any neon products either. I just didn't venture out, you know? I do like the color range in the Copic multi-liners. Their red is called Wine, so it's burgundy. They have a really nice deep green. They have a really nice cobalt blue. if you're into those things, I don't reach for them as often as I should. And that is the whole point of me being cognizant and making lists and making sure I'm using all my supplies this year, because I didn't really use these. I used a lot of pen and ink last year for my Midori Hibino, but I did not use a lot of Copic. And I have fine liners from a lot of different companies, and I have my favorites, and I shouldn't. And the other thing is, I shouldn't just use colors that show up well on camera or show up well in videos. I should use all my colors, and that might mean making more things with silver, because silver is kind of hard to see, but I have a lot of silver products I want to use, and I really like silver. But it's one of those, it's tough. It's tough to draw with silver. My camera lightens things up significantly, so it's much darker when I'm drawing than the video you're seeing. And silver is one of those that's kind of hard to show up. Again, I may be farsighted, and I don't know it. But so it's all a trick and a quarter to get some of these things going and showing up and doing their best. Okay, we can kind of see that face, yeah? Okay. Yep. Feeling very purple. Battle of the purples. I'm gonna have to put a paper here because I'm gonna go right off the page. I draw so much on that little pencil board there. I constantly draw all over it, and I have a magic eraser, and I use hand soap, and I'm constantly like wiping it down. I wipe it down so much that the grid has totally faded. You try to clean it up and make it usable, and so the things don't transfer. Such is life. And I see those really cute pencil boards by oh gosh, the Hobonichi ones. They have some cool, like my kids really love One Piece and manga and graphic novels and stuff. And so I thought, oh, it'd be totally cute to get like an A5, something that would be a bit larger. I have the traveler size pencil board, and I only have the one pencil board. I'm like, but an A5 would be pretty useful considering all the A5 products I use. But then I think about how much I clean it and scrub it, and you're paying a lot for the design, and I would just be scrubbing the design away. So I don't know that there's really a point and purpose. Like, you get to the point in your low buy art supply journey where you just start thinking about, do the designs of things that are just tools, does that really matter versus just having the tool in general? Like, I'd rather just have a pencil board than have to worry if I'm scrubbing away the cute design on the cover of it. And maybe some people don't accidentally draw over on their pencil boards and they use them for writing and stuff, so maybe that's not as significant an issue as what I have going on for me, but yeah. Oh, it's loud. Does that sound loud? Okay, tell me, how is your February wrapping up? Are you doing any art challenges for March? I'm going to be posting those on my Instagram on the 26th. I try to wait as long as possible while still giving a couple days heads up to prepare lists and notes and products and, surfaces and mediums, because a lot of artists and creators that come out with drawing challenges, they don't post them till the day of. So a lot of those won't get posted till March 1st. And that's not a lot of heads up, especially for a 31-day drawing month, where you need to kind of make a list and cultivate ideas and figure out what you want to use and what you want things to look like. So it can be very frustrating for creators, for artists, for folks making stuff, that there just isn't stuff in advance. And that's hard. So you kind of have to, you can go back in and look at previous years, like scroll down through the history of my Instagram, because I've been posting prompt lists and stuff for oof, going on 4 or 5 years now. So you can go through the different marches. I mean, I have thousands of photos on my Instagram, but find those old prompt lists and you can see sort of the types of things. March of the Robots is very, very popular. March Meet the Maker, that's always popping up. There are a few, and sort of come up with ideas. Robots is hard. I don't really draw robots. I participated once in March of the Robots and I did animals that were on the endangered list and added sort of robot elements. I added gears and pulleys and binary numbers and things. That was my like commentary on what would happen to these animals if we don't make a conscious effort to try and save and preserve them. That all we're going to have left is the robot versions of them, or animatronics like they do of different dinosaurs and stuff. Again, that wasn't our fault, the dinosaurs. But that was just my commentary on, and my way of incorporating something I love, which is animals, with March of the Robots. I mean, that's pretty far outside of the box, but I think that's one of the things that's so great about artists and creators is we figure out how to apply these things to us. And I totally could have done that for March. I could have done like half realistic portrait and then half into gears and pulleys and different things. And the robots could be faces. They could be people. I just decided to go for plain portraits because it's really hard for me to make things symmetrical. That is a huge challenge. So I really like drawing things where it's either one half the face or like it's just so different that you don't have to worry about it. Like I have a lot of trouble with symmetry. And it's always something. Every artist has something they're working on. Mine just happens to be like uniformity and making sure things line up, and I don't do that well. I lack the patience and the precision for that. I think that's why I did not like drafting. I took like an introduction to architecture class in college. That was like my least favorite art class. All the rulers all the time. And you have to be precise with all the measurements and the numbers and the things. And for me, it took the joy out of art, the whimsy, the accidents we learn to accept. Like I didn't mean to draw that, but that's what happened. So we're calling it on purpose at this point. And there's none of that when you're doing drafting. I mean, even writing your own name and labeling it, every letter has to be the exact same size and take up the exact same space and all capitalized. Like, no. Nope. We had to design a coffee table. I did a banana. It was a banana coffee table. So if that doesn't say all I need to say about my architecture drawing ability, then nothing ever will. Yeah. Banana. And then we had to do like things, blueprint plans and stuff. And I was doing my walls pink. The teacher was like, "Why are your walls pink?" And I was like, "Pink Panther insulation." And she laughed at me and left. Anything to incorporate color. Gosh, everything was, no. There wasn't enough color. So I was getting weird with it and pushing the boundaries. And I think I got a B in that class. I'm not an A student. That is not me. Okay, so there is my side profile portrait. There's what I did for the week. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful Monday. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week. I hope everything's going well for you. I hope you're able to wrap up your February projects in time, maybe to start a March project. I hope you have wonderful weather. I just hope everything's just absolutely great for you this week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.